I'm Davis Hammer with Loud Light. This is your recap of the 9th week of the Kansas legislative session. HB 2758 would require schools to have a bullying plan that includes reporting procedures, an anonymous reporting option, investigation procedures, appropriate responses, and remedial actions. The plan would have to be publicly available on the school's website and distributed to parents and guardians each year. It passed out of the House 120-1 on Thursday and is headed to the Senate Education Committee. Teachers who are fired after several years of service could request a hearing on their firing until 2014. That's when the legislature stripped teachers of due process. HB 2757 would restore due process to teachers. It passed the House 73-48 and is headed to the Senate Education Committee. Article 5 of the U.S. Constitution allows for a convention of states to be called by 2/3 of the states to amend the Constitution. Conservative groups have been pushing for years for this to suggest amendments to limit the federal government. However, Article 5 has never been invoked, and the legal boundaries are unclear. Theoretically, it could allow the entire U.S. Constitution to be scrapped and rewritten in what is called a runaway convention. For Kansas to join in the call for the convention, it needed a resolution passed by 2/3 of the Kansas Legislature. That resolution was SCR 1611, which failed to pass by just 5 votes in the Senate. The SB 405 chicken bill is recommended favorably for passage with a vote coming Monday morning. There's a very good chance it's headed to the governor's desk this week. I've spent all week in the Dole courthouse following the Fish v. Kobach case known as the ACLU versus Kobach. This case has huge state and national implications. At the root of it is the Kansas requirement of providing documentary proof of citizenship to register to vote. It's being contested as a violation of the National Voter Registration Act. Secretary Kobach must prove that a substantial number of non-citizens are registering to vote. The judge must come up with a legal measure for what substantial means. The case is making national headlines for how apparently unprepared Kobach's team is. They seem very unfamiliar with the procedures of federal court. At times, the judge has even walked Kobach's team step by step through how to properly question a witness. While the ACLU has some of the top academic scholars on the topic as their expert witnesses, Kobach's first expert witness has no academic credentials, and Kobach's main piece of evidence isn't holding up well under scrutiny. A case is also being made that Kobach recognized his actions were illegal and was lobbying the president and Congress to alter federal law as a preemption of the court's ruling. Kobach called that a contingency plan. It seems Kobach has accepted that he will likely lose this case and is maneuvering the trial in preparation for an appeal. The trial continues Monday and Tuesday from roughly 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. at the Dole Courthouse in KCK. You can come sit in the courtroom at any time. Wednesday, students are having a rally for gun reform on the south steps of the State House at 10 a.m. This is part of the national movement following the Parkland school shooting. Thursday is the annual Wealth, Water, Energy, Air, Land, Transportation, and Health Advocacy Day at the State House beginning at 8 a.m. and running until 3. Thursday is also the long-awaited release of the public school cost study which the legislature commissioned. It is already under scrutiny for excluding large expenses like transportation, but should finally push the legislature to start nailing down the specifics of the year's biggest task. Head over to loudlight.org/KSLeg to see some of what's coming up in Week 10. Like, follow, share, spread the word, stay tuned, stay engaged, and until next time, thank you so much, Kansas.